Good day, good people. It is 70 years since the last coronation, which means that only a relatively small number of people will remember it, probably having watched it as children, huddled around rare television sets which had small black and white screens. For the coronation of King Charles on Saturday, the 6th of May, we will have access to it everywhere. For there are screens in every house, on every mobile phone, digital device and computer. Here at St Francis, we will celebrate the coronation with a Eucharist on Sunday, the 7th of May at 10 a.m, followed by a bring and share picnic. You're invited to bring food to share as part of the big coronation lunch. And we hope that the weather will be fine enough for people to bring camping chairs and picnic rugs and sit outside. There will also be tables and chairs in the hall for those who would prefer it, and of course for everyone if the weather is less good. The guides are going to decorate the field with bunting, and we will be broadcasting suitable royal music. I'm also grateful to Brian and Sheila, who have put red, white and blue flower displays at the church entrance. Do come and have a look. We also hope that as many people as possible will come and join in the Big Help Out on Monday morning, a national challenge to serve our local community by taking part in a litter pick from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're grateful again to the Guide Unit for organising this and for our local councillors who are providing litter pickers and some bags. So please do come appropriately dressed in old clothes, sturdy footwear and gloves. At the heart of the celebration this weekend will be a religious service conducted in Westminster Abbey by the Archbishop of Canterbury. And although organised religion plays less part in our national life than ever, the established church provides the ceremonial, liturgical and spiritual framework in which our head of state is securely located and enabled to represent the exercise of power in our constitutional monarchy, a representative democracy in which the focus of our loyalty is not a symbol or a flag or even an abstract notion or a philosophical idea, but a person embodying the relationship between justice and mercy, authority and service, power and sacrifice. As a minister of the Church of England, I take the same oath of loyalty as that taken by police officers, magistrates and judges, by personnel in the armed forces, diplomats and government ministers, that we will bear true allegiance to the monarch according to law. Every Anglican church has a symbol of the monarch in the churchwarden's staves. One has a mitre to represent the bishop, the other a crown to represent the king, reminding us of this relationship between spiritual and temporal power. When Pilate rebuked Jesus for not answering him at his trial and invoked his power to have him executed, Jesus reminded him that he would have no power unless it had been granted to him by God. Today, we see generals in Sudan trying to seize power by civil war, and in Ukraine an attempt by Russia to remove sovereign power by invasion. And there are countless other examples of the abuse of power. But as the epithet states, whilst the arc of the moral universe is long, it bends towards justice. And this is not only a political value, it is a religious one too. St. Paul wrote to the Romans, the political capital of his day, about the importance of righteousness, using a word which means equity of character and action, where the stress on impartiality and action implies the concept of justice. This rests at the heart of the coronation service and of our national life. And one final thing to notice: the coronation takes place in the context of a Eucharist, the celebration of Christ who gave entirely of himself that we might have life in all its fullness. Whenever we gather to celebrate the Eucharist, we align ourselves with this way of living, an allegiance we gladly share with our Sovereign. God save the King.